Hi guys, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, it was a bit of a nightmare yesterday trying to get this video edited. It's May the 1st today. I rendered the video last night and tried to upload it onto YouTube. It got to 76%, it stopped every time. So there is a fault on the video. So now I'm here today to remake the video. I thought we'd make this part, because it's usually this part where the fault is. However, there could be a couple of other clips there where the faults are. So basically what I'm going to do today, you've seen the header, the yellow brick road, doing the yellow brick road and the tour. So we're going to stick to them right now, but if we can figure out where the other error is on these videos, I'll put the other videos in at the end. So there we go. So yeah, last week we decided to do the path on the wellbeing plot. I've been waiting and waiting for people to come forward to help out, to volunteer. Nobody did, so I took the initiative myself. The Monday morning I come down and trimmed it all. Tuesday morning I come down, we laid membrane sand down. Wednesday we come down, we laid the paving stones. You're going to see a sequence of clips. However, I've got to tell you, we had to fix some of the errors which was already done. There was a part of it was done, and what it was doing was running out, and it was all the paving was all over. So we had to level it, and we had to try and manipulate it back into the right, so it was going straight. Then you'll see where we went from there. So check this out, and we'll be right back. Well guys, I'm going to hit that lot there with the strimmer, then I can level it out with the shovel. Until I've trimmed it, it's never going to get done. So just this in front of us here, this on the path, I've got to trim. Well guys, we've finished trimming the path, so tomorrow I'll come and level it all out. We'll throw a load of sand down and we'll put the paving stones on top of that, and hopefully then that'll be the end of the project. Where I'm sat at the moment is where they're going to have a community area. This bench was donated by John, a mate of mine, dedicated to his wife who passed away just recently. And we're going to have a couple more of these benches and a table here for the community to get together and have a bit of a natter. That's all these little micro plots here. So all I'm doing now is just finishing the paving, get the paving done. It should have been done a long time ago, but it just got forgot about because there was other stuff what we needed to take care of. Anyway, I thought I'd spend a couple of days down here, you know, an hour at a time. So I'll probably put a couple of hours working, and we'll get it all sorted, and then that's it. Then we can sign off, and it's another one of these projects that we've put to bed. I wouldn't normally have had help, but I like to work on my own, really, to be quite honest with you. Buttercup's whining, she wants to go back over there. If she can walk back over there, she walked back up, she walked here. I drove round thinking I'd give her a slip. Gets the strimmer out of the car, turns round, she's there sat watching me. But she's kept out of the way, she's been playing on the path while I've been doing this, so all I've just got to do now is come and level it all out, so that's going to be fun. Can't wait to do that. I'll put a membrane down, I think, as well. Get a membrane, put the sand on top of that, level the sand out best I can, paving stones on top of that, and hopefully it'll look good when we're done. I will put a plumb line in as well, so I can follow it, so I don't go out to square. I do know the first half of it runs out square by about a foot. Nothing to do with me, but it veers to the right. So what I need to do is veer it to the left, and hopefully you won't be able to see it too badly when I finish it. But as long as I put the central line in, it'll be square to where I've done it. You'll see it all anyway shortly. But today I'm going to knock it on the head now. The strimmer's cooled down enough so I can put it in my car, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to walk Buttercup back over to the plot and then give her the slip again before I head off. It's dinner time, so I'm going to get out of here. Well, what I'm doing now, I'm trying to level this out. It's like mounds. There was a bag of sand just chucked in the middle of it, in the middle of the road, and I've had to clear it or level it all, and it's taking forever for me to do it. It doesn't help that the road's twisted. It sort of meanders. I think I can pull it straight, but we'll have to wait and see how I go. But it's took me half an hour just to level the ground off here. What I'm going to do now is pile the sand on it, and hopefully be able to put the paving stones. But there's humps and bumps and lumps and all sorts of stuff here. You can't see it, but trust me, they're there. So I've got to try and level them out. Well guys, we've just stuck the rest of the membrane down, and we're spreading the love across the ground here. We've just got this to cover with the sand. My plan is to rake it flat and then lay the paving stones, but you can see it's all over the show, so as long as I get the paving stones down reasonably, I think we'll be all right. But I'm a one-man team, all on my own, and well, I'm filling lots of divots here as well with this sand. It's higher in places, and so I've got to throw lots more. It looks like it's only a bit, but trust me, there's a pile on there. Right, anyway, continue. Hopefully we'll get all the sand laid down at least today. Digging that sand out there is like being on the beach at Blackpool when I was a kid, or I should say on Wales at Sunnyvale in Rill. Brings back lots of memories. However, I did enjoy myself in Rill. I'm not exactly enjoying myself here today doing this. But we're slowly making progress, getting the sand spread out for the paving stones. I'll be sitting the paving stones on them shortly. But yeah, it needs levelling out a bit, and I think we'll be good to go. But, still lots of sand here. Oh, the joy. Well, we've got the sand down. Now it's just a matter of putting a plumb line in and getting the paving stones. Maybe straighten that thing up there, which is twisted and high on one side and low on the other. You can see in the picture how bad it is. so I might correct that before I continue. But there's not much I can do. I have to follow the way they've done it, you see, the other team. And I say the other team, I'm on my own on this one. So guys, we've got the datum line in, which runs right down the centre of this sand. You could probably just make it out as green, and all the paving stones is going to go either side of that line. As long as they go along the centre of the line like that, the path will look square, straight. If it starts to vary, it starts to snake, you know, you can see it if you don't have a datum line in. So yeah, the paving stones butt up either side of it. I'll level it out best I can. Try and level that one out first, because that one's higher there and it is there. In fact, the old path sort of, it's 3/4 of an inch lower there than it is there, and the old path's like that. What I'm stood on is like that, and I didn't do it, guys. It's not to do with me. However, I'm going to correct the mistake from there to there. It's going to take me a couple of paving stones to correct the mistake, but once I do, it'll look fine. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards. Finally got all the paving stones lined up to go down to put on the sand. I've stuck this here to stop people walking past this point. If anyone walks past here and gets hurt, it's their own bloody fault. I mean, these paving stones, if they fall on someone, they'll break their legs. I'll put this up on the Facebook page telling people to keep away. Tomorrow it'll be like a circus here. They'll all be watching and be lucky if I get anyone to say, do you need an hand, Mark? But then again, I don't need an hand. All I need is to get the paving stones down after a fashion. I've got my datum line in here. I'll sort that out some other. Make sure it's running true right to the bottom to the, with the fence there. And then I just run the paving stones along it, along the datum line. 40 paving stones there, by the way. Look here. Had that little trolley there to move them with, otherwise I think I'll be joining the missus in hospital today. But yeah, we've got this workman sign up here. Hopefully it'll keep them off. The last thing I want to do is come down tomorrow and see footprints all the way along here. That really upset me. It should all be sorted tomorrow, this. It might look a bit of a mess. I'm not exactly a paver, but there is the membrane down there, sand on top of it as well. You know, we've done a proper job. You know, we're not just throwing sand down on the floor, let all the bloody weeds come through. They've actually got membrane. You can probably just see it underneath there. I'll square this tomorrow, and then we'll be good to go, hopefully. Well guys, today we're going to be using this equipment. I'm going to get some sand in this wheelbarrow, and we're going to sort this path out. It's been long in the tooth. I've tried to get volunteers over the last 6 months, nobody's bothered, so here we are, all on zone yet again. And well, we're going to try and finish the job off. I've got a bit of a rake here to rake it, level the compost. I'm just put these down and I'll show you what we're doing. So as you know, we got the paving stones here last night. I'll take that sign away. In fact, I'll stick it at the top to keep people from coming down here. I just make sure the datum line's level, it's in the right position, and then get a barrel of sand and we'll start laying these paving stones. Now I can't promise it's going to be flat, but it's going to be paving for them people to walk down. It can't be any worse than the paving stone that we've already got. The only trouble is this one is that it's not level, it's tipped, so I'm gonna have to correct that, but I just hope I don't have the same sort of problem when I'm coming down here, you know, leveling it all out. Only time will tell. But anyway, I'm gonna get myself a wheelbarrow full of soil first and move the sign up there out of the way. I'll leave the camera rolling for a bit, show me doing one or two of them, and we'll see how it goes. But I can tell you, it's not going to be easy to do this today. It's quite cool actually. I just hope we don't get any rain, that's the main thing. Right, onwards and upwards. Well, I'm trying to get this square before I even try. The trouble is, the paving stones slope from that corner there to that corner, unfortunately, and they're all over. All these paving stones that I'm on at the moment, they're everywhere, and it's not my mandate to redo them all. My mandate is to do what's in front of me. So we're going to have at it. I'll just have to try and level it out as we get further up. But you can see it starts to rise there, so it should correct itself. And with a bit of sand I think we'll be alright. Right, anyway, the datum line's in there. Well, we're on the home stretch. I've just got this bit here to do. I've got people coming in and out mithering me. I've had a lad just reversed up the road there and just went into the side of a car. At least it's not my car. Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on with this, so see you in a bit. Guys, we're on the home stretch here. I've got 4 more paving stones to stick in, and these can go in any way they want because no one's going to see them down here, but all the others are all level. there you go, folks, all done. And just to prove the point, the level's there. Let's take this out of here, let's go along here, let's see how true these paving stones really are. There you go, right to the centre, just a bit short there. Now I blame that on the people who put the fence in. But yeah, we're about 5 inches short there. I don't think no one's going to notice that. But the path itself looks really good. It bends at the top there. Well, I've got to tell you guys, I didn't do that. That's got nothing to do with me. I did tell them when they were doing it, it was going out, but hey, follow the plumb line. That's what they should have done. Like this line, what's in here now. But yeah, this is mission completed. I'm going to put all my tools away now, wash my wheelbarrow. I'm going to knock it on the head. Got to tell, oh, I might put a bit of sand in the cracks up there where they've all split. What I'm going to have to do is come down here and peg these, because as you walk on them, what I'll do is over the years they'll push them apart and then you get weeds coming up in between the cracks. So what I will do is bang some bits of flat bar down to pin the paving stones so they can't move. So what I need is a piece of 1/4 flat bar, and chop them up into 8-inch pegs and go down each one. Put one right in the centre either side. It'll stop them from moving. As you can see, we're right in the centre. We're right in the datum line all the way down until we get to the dodgy bit, and then it sort of snakes away. But then again, that ain't my problem. I didn't do it. Oh God. So it's not been too difficult to do. Like I say, get all the prep work. Oh, and we've got 2 paving stones left over. How about that? There you go, guys, all done. That's the wellbeing plot, looking good. Now the people who've got disabilities can actually walk down there and very safe. The floor is level. We put spirit levels, made sure it was level. There is 2 plots up for grabs, by the way, still up for grabs. So if you live in the catchment area of Salford and you're walking disabled with a blue badge, if you go onto Salford Council website, click on self-manage allotments, you'll find my allotments, which is Weast allotments. There is a link there for you to either ring, text or send an email to the secretary, and if you're one of the first 2 people to send him a message, then there's every chance you're getting a plot. Now the plots cost £20 a year. They're all micro plots. They're basically for people who can't bend over. They're designed for disabled people. There is a seating area and what have you we're working on as well. Now, like I say, it's £20 a year, but when you get your plot, you also get 4 bags of compost, which comes to 30 quid, so you're getting that for free. So you're 10 quid already up. You know, it's not rocket science. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know. You're basically getting the plot for nothing for the first year, and you're also going to get an extra 10 quid in your pocket, save 10 quid in your pocket. Now, the amenities are right next to these plots. You've got this shop, which is 5 steps away from the plots. 12 steps from that, you've got the toilets. 2 steps from that, you've got the community room where you can go in and make yourself a coffee. You can make yourself toast. There's a microwave there, you know, to warm your food up. It's got lights in there. You know, it's a proper community room. And then just 5 steps away from that, you've got an horse manure bay where you've got free horse manure. I tell you, whoever these 2 people are who get these plots are going to be made up. We're thinking of there's an area up back there what we're thinking we might be able to do for a community group. It's not big, but if we can get more funding. Now I've got to tell you, we got the funding from the co-op. Yeah, Co-op has give us a lot of the funding, and big round of applause to them. They've really helped us. They help with the tugs and everything, and we're still getting funding from them, so we may be able to make a fifth micro plot for some community group. I did bring it to one or two of the committee members, and you know, it was the same. Well, see what money we get, and maybe we'll be able to. So I'll leave it there with that plot, and what we're going to do now, we're going to move on. I'm going to take you on a walk around my allotment. I'm going to show you the greenhouses, show you everything. There's a few people asked a few questions last week, and I'm going to add them into on the tour. So with that, let's show you around the plot. Well guys, everything's coming on really fast now. Look at that tree there, it's in full leaf. In fact, most of them are in full leaf. There's my girls. Down here is my elephant garlic, it's doing well. Almost 2 foot tall, as is the Solent White, the porcelain white. The Solent White, I've had to redo it because of the goddamn foxes. The dahlias haven't started coming up yet, which is great because I want them to start coming up in about a week and a half time after the last frost. Is normally around 12th of May on here. Planters, got flowers coming up in the planters, more tulips coming up in the planters there. There's a lot of flowers coming up everywhere. We've got a load of lobelia in here, what I need to put in my hanging baskets. Got strawberries, peas, we've got geraniums, they're me dahlias, which I planted about 5 weeks ago. One of them hasn't fired up yet. Inside there is one of my polytunnels, cloches, whatever you want to call them, mini greenhouse. I think it was Chris Rogers who was asking me a question. He said, how do you germinate your tomatoes in a cold greenhouse? Only he was talking to his mate and says, I do it quite well. Well, first you need a normal greenhouse like you got here. You need one of them, and you need plastic bags. Now we've taken them out of the plastic bags now because they've all germinated. However, there is still some in the front greenhouse, what I will show you. They're my herbs. There's a load of cabbages, and there's some shallots over there. There's a load of chilies and cucumbers, and what's the other ones? Gherkins there. And you know, it's a mishmash of all sorts of stuff. I've just left my spades and thingy in there for the time being. I will move them. There's a lot of glass in there as well. I need to do something with that. Oh, by the way, the grapevine's doing well as as you can see. Temperature in here, but it's in the 90s, so I'm going to just leave the door ajar. Got lots of tulips coming up there. Don't know if you can see all that lot. It's absolutely smack with them. All the blossoms on the trees, they're looking beautiful. Flowers are on the table over there. I've still not seen my daylilies yet, they will come. Herbs around here. Lupins are doing me head in. They seem to be everywhere. More tulips coming up, opening up. It looks a bit of a, what's the name here at the moment? That's what you're looking right in the centre of the picture is a black currant, ribena, and there's another ribena just behind it. This rosemary needs a trim. Some flowers on that, beautiful little flowers. These are some of my gooseberries. Just down there are a load of lilies, and I see a bloody lily beetle already. See that? That's a lily beetle, guys. I've seen you bugger. This is that snot grass. It just pulls. I've been pulling this out. I've just noticed that. But you know, everything grows so fast on this plot. I mean, just look at my gooseberries here. They're doing absolutely fantastic. There's buttercup. There's my tulip bed and my daffodils, and my violas and my pansies. They're doing wonderful. You might, if you look down here, you think, look at all them weeds there. There's weeds everywhere. Well, they're not weeds, guys. They're the calendula. So what I do is I come in gently, and once they start to die back, these I take them back to the ground, and all the calendula come up and they'll be about as high as this. And instead of them all being multicolour like you see here now, they're all going to be orange, and it'll look lovely. More lilies coming up here, and these are yellow flag irises. All these are got mixed mash of different flowers. I forget what flowers are in there, but the summer flower. As you can see, all the paths are all nice and clean, all tidy. I do need to give the sheds a lick of paint, and the furniture looking a bit tired. I will get me move on with them. These are my tomatoes. They've gone growing quite well. That's 12 money maker there. Beefsteak. There's 5 Alicante, 5 Elsie Craig, and there's a black Russian in the corner. There's Buttercup's food. Again, 1 or 2 people was asking me about, does Buttercup live on the allotments? I think Jenny was one of them who was asking. Well, that's where she lives, Jenny, and she has lived there for the last 3 years. She gets fed best of everything. However, I'm sort of picking up 1 or 2 other little friends on here now. We've got an hedgehog that comes in here. We've also got a magpie that comes in here as well. They all eat out of that bowl. And I've also got Sutter. He comes in. You might get to see him in the video if I can find, if I've got time. Anyway. Oh, by the way, the grapevine in here is starting to come good now. Let's go in the front greenhouse. Well, this is the front greenhouse. All these are all grapes. Everywhere's grapes. These are marigolds. That's a mixed mash of cabbages, which I'm going to be putting outside. Calendula that I need to get rid of. I don't need calendula. I did that just to show you how to grow it, how to start it. Over there we've got a load of tomatoes which we just sown about 3 weeks ago. That there is celery. These ones here we sowed about 5 weeks ago. Them about 2 weeks ago. These are more marigolds. Now these are what our start me tomatoes in these plastic bags. They're like zip bags. What I do, fill them full of clover, put the seeds in, a light dusting of clover over the top of them. I give them a good drink of water, seal the bags, then I stick that inside one of these grow houses. You can't see the grow house there for everything else. And then obviously it's inside the greenhouse. At the moment the temperature in here is nearly 90 degrees. It's quite warm. I don't have any heating in the greenhouses. It's just natural warmth which triggers them. Again, there's more here. Tigerella, Gardener's Delight, Sunbaby. I just sold these about 2 weeks ago. Again, we got all these, but this is what we start the actual tomatoes and the peppers off in. So this is the front greenhouse. What you doing? Oh, Buttercup, drinking bloody water. Yeah, some more here. What are them ones? They're Tigerella as well. Them ones are what are in there are called Rainbow Mix. I'll just get past Buttercup. Oh God, I kicked her on the backside. She will get in the way. We had some wood chip dropped off yesterday at the top there. It's all gone, as I would have thought it'd be. Obviously this is the back of the greenhouse. This is a Golden Delicious, full of blossoms. This one's, I need to tidy it up. It did have a load of tulips and daffodils in here. I will be putting some summer bulbs in here. Again, there's a load of summer bulbs in there. I forget what they are, but you can see we've got more tulips. Look at the size of the heads on them tulips, about 5 inches across. Me hyacinths, I'm going to be sorting them out as well. All these are all raspberries. and a bloody lupin has come up right in between the raspberries there, so I'm going to have to pull that lupin out if I want my raspberries to grow there. I need to tidy them planters up as well, because they've, in fact, if you look in the planters, they're absolutely solid with lupins. So if I leave them 4 weeks, they're going to be lupins as big as them ones there. But you see the tulips are coming up in amongst all my raspberries. Sorry, these are currants. These are red currants, black currants. We got strawberries in here. We actually got strawberries. I can't show them you unless I lift the lid off. But we've actually got strawberries on them. Sedum's doing well here, and these still be in the middle. This is another little apple tree. These are my gooseberry trees, which are all full of leaf now. They're in the bed with the rhubarb, and there's lots of flowers around the edges. They've all started, there's one or two coming up, and a lot of them are all starting to fade away now. The blossoms are starting to come on me bramley. This is me peach, which has got blossoms on it, and if I don't get any got peaches off it this year, I'm going to chop it out, because the squirrels always seem to get them before I do. These daffodils are dying back now. Them ones there are coming on a tree. They look beautiful, them ones. We did tidy the onion bed. This is all the stir on. Over there we got red baron, and we got some snowball. Them there in there, them cabbages are actually Savoy cabbage. This is where I go to hide from everyone. This is my little sanctuary here. And I sit down there, Buttercup, she's lurking there. If I was sat there for 2 minutes, it should be there. Lots of tadpoles in there. This is lemon balm round here. That what's growing in the pond is yellow flag irises. All this are well tulips, and them there are called Vic Van Dyke, I think they're called. Vic Van Dyke, yeah, daffodils. Beautiful flowers here. All these little seeds, what you see in the pots, it's all this lemon balm. I took literally thousands of seedlings out of here, and there's still tons in, but I'm going to leave it because it cascades over the pond. I don't know if you can see any movement there in the pond, but there's absolutely thousands and thousands of tadpoles in there. In a few weeks' time, there'll be frogs jumping everywhere. Oh, there we go. There's the first sign. Me dahlias, as the Americans like to call them. There's the first sign here. This is outside though. The ones in the greenhouse have, you know, they got more. If you look in that bed there as well, you can see some cabbages. They need to go into that bed. They're all my brassicas. Them ones in the middle got burnt, which is quite sad. I have got replacements, but I think they're going to pull through. What else? Oh, come down here. Now we've got fleece over the potatoes because, shock horror, they're all up. So let's just come out a bit. Oh, can't do it, won't let me, never mind. I was hoping to expand it, can't do it. Oh, I can do. There we go. Look, that spider there giving it legs. There's nothing in here yet. It's got some mint there. These are blueberries, some more blueberries there. They're all my pallets. There's a door there for a friend of mine. Another one of these plot holders has got a trouble with his door. But yeah, the brassicas are doing well. Aren't they, butts? Got to pick these dandelions up out of these. out of my path, otherwise there'd be sugars everywhere. But that's what the plot looks like. Let's head back up here. Got to put some food. There's Maggie, bloody magpie. Yeah, got tulips all the way along here as well. This is what I like, me Stilby. That's me Stilby. That's another gooseberry. Me Stilby, me poppies. These are all my poppies. They're not weeds, guys. Them are alliums as well. Not alliums, lilies. So I'm going to be in there in a minute. After seeing that lily beetle there on that one, I'm going to be in there with my fingers squeezing them all, sorting them all out. So I'll leave you with that picture there. They're absolutely awesome. So as you see in the greenhouses, all the grapevines in all the greenhouses are fired up. The tomatoes are doing wonderful. The potatoes outside are up. Even dahlias just started to pop up there. I've got to keep my eye on that because the last frost on here is about the 15th or 16th of May. So if I think there's going to be a frost, I will put fleece over my dahlias. The dahlias in the greenhouses, by the way, they've all fired up, barring one, but it looks like that fifth one's just firing now. All the greenhouses are full. That's all I like to see at this time of year. We've been giving a load of tomatoes away this morning, Tigerella. George come over, he said, have you got any tomatoes? I said, well, yeah, what you want? I said, I've got these here Tigerella, so they're only about yay big. So I give him half a dozen pots and sent him on his way. I've got lots of them. I've got absolute tons of them to give away. I tried to get rid of some calendula. I don't need the calendula. I did the calendula just to show you guys how easy it is to grow it. In the bed here, absolutely, it's self-seeding this stuff in this bed. So when all these tulips die back, up will come the calendula, as I mentioned in the video. Anyway, that's what the state of play is on the plot. We're going to be doing a load of potting on next week, or the end of this week now, because the video's gone over, unfortunately. Can't help that. There was a couple of clips extra which I wanted to show you, but I think the fault is on one of them. Now if I can figure it out and I can fix it, I'm going to add the rest of the clips in here now. There's that little bugger gone. Sutter. Is he pinching buttercups? Yeah, he is, a little bugger. He's in there stuffing his face. Got Buttercup in bed. Unbelievable, isn't it? He's stuffing his face and she's sat in a bed. I wonder why the food goes down so quick. Well, this little bugger eats it all. So this is Sutter. Thought I'd introduce you to him. He's a bugger. He's going to kill me one of these days. He sleeps in my compost bin. When I go over to get some compost, he comes flying out of the bin. Honestly, God, my heart races. But he's getting stuck in there, isn't he? At least he's eating the other cheaper stuff. She eats the other stuff. So it explains a lot. I'm gonna have to put more food in there now, because not only does he eat it, so does the hedgehog and the magpie. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to set a Patreon Patreon account up to pay for the food. Just kidding. But yeah, explains a lot. It explains why it cost me a bloody fortune in cat food. At least he's not damaging the tomatoes, so you know, I tolerate him. Look at her there. Unbelievable, isn't she? Well guys, this is the Monday set that I've been working on. You see we've got the penny, the tuppence, the threepence and the fourpence there. These are all King George II 1740 coins. And yeah, we was waiting for this one for 4 weeks. It never turned up. So what did I do? I went and bought another one. So we've got another. These are 1740 as well. So I was thinking get another 4p and 2p, and then I'll have 2 sets of these. And like I say, they're not cheap. Let me flip the coins over. I thought we got a deal. There was all about around 50 quid each, except for the that one, which was 60. But yeah, there they all are. So yeah, we've got yet another set. I'm going to be putting them into a proper Monday case shortly, but for now they're doing them flips, and who knows, we might even do another set. Why not? I think I've got about 22 sets at the moment. But yeah, there they go. Aren't they beautiful? I think they're beautiful. So if they're in, if you've seen them, great. If you haven't, we will work on them for the next episode. But that's it for now. I'm going to get off now and try and get this video edited back up onto YouTube for you to see. I think we're at about 595 videos so far we've made, and there's how to build greenhouses, sheds, there's all sorts of stuff, how to do this, how to do that, tons of how-tos. You just have to find them all. I've not got any particular order. I think the 600th video will be a fishing video. I don't know yet. I'll show you how to catch lots of fish. Just bought a roach pole, a brand new roach pole, 16-metre pole there. So we're going to have a play. I've got about 20 poles, but this one's a bit better than the ones that I've got, so I thought we'll give it a go. Get back into the fishing, get some money rolling in. And that's where I used to make a lot of money from my competitions, winning my competitions. That used to pay for all my coins. At the moment, the only thing paying for my coins is what's in my pocket. And yeah, anyway, that's it. I've talked long and hard. I've definitely talked long enough. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's Buttercup, little monkey's paw, never too far away. Anyway, see you later guys, stay safe, and hopefully we'll get this video up later on today.